in this live I'm showing you how to twist natural fussy hair, and it's good to start with a leave-in spray, leave-in conditioner. Then I just comb my hair. So for the hair that I want to twist, this part, I'm going to divide it into 2 equal parts. Like so. So after dividing, I just hold it like this, and then I cross over this to this side and take over with this hand. Then I grab the other piece of hair that was on my left hand and I cross over again to the left. So basically I'm just giving hair, right hand gives the left hand. And when you realize the 2 pieces are not equal, you can just pick it from the other side. Hi to 90 keys, welcome to the live. Hi Emily, welcome to the live. That's how you twist it naturally. I'm just going to do again because there are people who have just joined. Okay. So before you start twisting, let me just put this aside first. My name is Grace. Hi Emily, welcome to the live. So before you start twisting, always spray a leave-in conditioner, leave-in spray, or just apply conditioner. This will make it easier for you to braid, to twist, and also it will help to detangle, and also it will give you a bouncy twist. Okay, so after finger detangling, I just use a comb to just comb it once more to detangle it, sorry. And then before I start twisting, you see this part, I divide it into 2 equal parts. So here, so I divide it into 2 equal parts and confirm that it's equal when I hold. Okay, So once I've divided, I can now start twisting. And I start by, see, this is my right hand and this is my left hand. So I start by just holding the roots firmly, not tightly. And then I take this, my right hand, that is this piece of hair in my right hand, and I cross it over, give it to this left hand. So these three fingers will hold it, and then I take this other piece from the left hand, bring it to my right hand, and using these two fingers, my index and my thumb, I'll just hold it, then I pass it over again to my left, then I take over the hair from the left side with my right hand. So I'll just keep on doing that. So it's basically just giving and taking, giving the left hand, taking with the right hand, giving the left hand, taking with the right hand, then crossing it over, and I just continue. Then I can just do this. Now I can increase my speed since I have the motion is in my hands. I can now just go all the way down. Even as I'm going fast, I'm still giving and taking. Okay. So I'll just keep on twisting all the way down. And when I reach at the bottom, I just swirl it so that it doesn't get matted and tangled. Okay, like that. Then once you let it go, it's just going to spiral back up because of the leave-in conditioner, and also because it's a twist, it's just going to look like a spring twist. So this is how it looks when you twist loosely. That's just basic twisting. But when you want to do like the tight type of twisting, like I think it's called the Senegalese twisting. This is how you do it. So let me just show you how to twist tightly. Then we can compare the two. Hi Ramirez, welcome to the live. I'm not doing rastas. I'm just showing how to twist. Okay. So I had already applied leave-in on this piece of hair. I don't think I will apply much, just a little bit to be able to comb it. So just like the other one, this one, I'm just going to divide it into 2 equal parts. Okay. Then I will hold it firmly. Then I start to twist. And because you're going to be twisting tightly, this is what we'll do. We first cross it over, and after crossing it over, I twist the hair that I've crossed over to the opposite direction while holding it. Then I cross it over and twist this to the opposite direction, cross over, twist to the opposite direction, cross over, twist to the opposite direction. So basically that's how you twist tightly. I'm just going to show without talking so that you see exactly what I mean. So when you get to a point where you realize one side is smaller than the other, you can just pick hair from the bigger one. So when you twist tightly, this is how it looks. It looks straight and stiff. But when you twist the normal twist loosely, it looks sort of bouncy. So that's the difference between twisting tightly and twisting loosely. Okay, I think I'll just do this so that you see it. So this, when you twist loosely, it looks like a spring twist and it is bouncy. It's basically just spirals. And this that you twist tightly, it is just straight and stiff. Okay, it does not spiral. So that's the difference. So if you want to do mini twist, you can either do this and you'll have really flat, stiff twist, or you can decide to do this and you'll have bouncy, juicy twists. The difference is this lasts longer because you've done it tightly, but this maybe 2 weeks it will start to unravel eventually. This lasts even 6 weeks, 8 weeks, because it's tightly, it does not unravel. Hi Kilty. So I'm assuming you mean it gets bendy like this. So after twisting, you can use this. You see these clippers? You can use it to hold the twist like that. So once you're done, they will be they will have relaxed, like they will not keep bending. Or you can use hair ties. Just the small hair ties. So maybe like if I had a couple here, let's say like 10, 5, you just hold them with a hair tie at the bottom, like so, like this. So they will stay like this until you're done. And then once you're done, you can now hold all of them together and then go to sleep. Tie a head scarf, a satin scarf, and then go to sleep. Once you tie the scarf, they will now be flat, and also with the hair tie, they will not be bangled up. Basically, they will just stay in this position until you wake up in the morning, and then once you remove the hair tie, they'll just be in a straight flat position. Okay, and then when it comes to parting, let me just show you my trick, how I part my hair. Hi Anil, welcome to the live. Hi Veronica, welcome to the live. So here is a quick tip for parting. I always start with the middle part, and to part the middle part, I use the bridge of my nose, okay, to part. And then don't use the camera on the phone to see if it is straight, because it's usually warped. So it's better to use a mirror than the camera. So the first thing I do is, like now it looks like it's okay on the mirror, but on the camera it looks like it's sliding. So the first thing I do is always start with the middle, unless you don't want a middle part for your twist, then you can avoid doing that. But I always start with the middle so that I can get an equal parts all over my head. So I start with the middle, just do part here. Then the second step that I do is I go behind my ears. You can either do in front or behind. What's more easier for you? What's more easier for you to see on the mirror, in the mirror? So for me, like right now, it's easier for in front, so I'll just do in front, and I do that, and I go all the way to the middle part. Then I just hold this aside, okay, and I use these clips. Then I go to this side too, do the same thing. Just in front of my hair, and I do that, okay. Then with a mirror, I can just do this, and I'm able to see this line and this line on this side. So if they are not straight, I can just fix it. Sorry, I can just fix by looking at the mirror. And then the back part. So now I'll have this. Let me just use a hair tie. I'll have 1, 2. Because I'm doing mini, let's say for example I'm doing mini braids, mini twists, so I'll have this 1, 2, and then the back part, which is 3. So for the back part, to start parting the back part, I always use 2 mirrors. So I get one mirror like in front of me and another mirror at the back of my head. And usually the in front mirror is higher, the back mirror is lower. So once I have positioned the two mirrors, I start parting from the last one or first one. Start parting all the way, and with the mirror I can be able to tell if it is straight or if it's not straight. Sorry, the sun is now setting and it's just all over my face. Okay, so I'll just do the back part until I have no more hair to part. Usually I do the parting first before I start braiding. So I'll part all over my head, especially the back part, so that also mentally I can be prepared to know how long it's going to take me to braid this part only. Okay. Also, another trick for parting the back part is you can start with, let's say, you can start with the front. Since you've already done 1 and 2, you can go ahead and just now do, you can just go and do rows. So like this, let's say this is the first row, row 1. Actually, parting in front is quite easy because you can see it clearly on the in the mirror. So let's say this is, for example, row 1. Then I take row 2. Let's just say this is row 2. I'm going to do big parts because of time. And then this is row 3 and 4. Okay. Should definitely use the mirror instead of the camera. Hello Melissa, welcome to the live. So, and then this is 4. I'm just looking for one more clip. And then this is row 4. So now, because we are not sure on how to part the back, I'm going to use these 4 rows as my guide for the back part. So like this row 1, I'm just going, since I've already seen it's going this way, I'll just continue to pass the comb all the way to the back, and then not entirely all the way to the back, just a little part of it. we'll also do 4 rows this side so that I can connect the back part. So let's say this is row 1. So now I have row 1. I have row 1 this side and row 1 this side. So I'll just take this line and I will take it all the way like a semicircle to this side. Okay, so it will go all the way, we meet at the middle, and then this will be a whole row. Instead of doing the back separately, the front separately, you can get like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows in front, and then in each row you use it to go to make like a half circle, because our head is a circle, and you just do, okay, and then row 2 the same, row 3, row 4 will probably just have a little bit of hair here. It won't be so much once I'm done. So that's another trick. But I think the 3 parts, 1, 2, and the back part is the easiest. The one I'm talking about, I'd have to show you. I actually have showed you. I have another live session of me using that parting method. Okay, I'd recommend Kilt you go watch that one. It's under the live sessions. It's me doing mini braids, and I did it last year in October. Okay, so another trick for parting is using your facial features. So you don't know how to equally measure rows. This is what you can do. We've said we start with our nose bridge as the middle part. So now to create a first row, second row, we can use our eyes like here. Let's just say the end of our nose here to get the first row. Do the same thing to this side, get the first row. And you can just, after, let's just do it as an example. So after parting, you just hold it with your hand, and you can feel if they're the same size, if the thickness is the same. If you feel one is bigger than the other, let's say for example this is bigger, you can just go back with your comb and slightly, just slightly, a straight line, and remove a little bit of hair. Okay, this is actually good for cornrows, if you're doing cornrows, because cornrows require this like small rows. Okay, then you can go back, compare, feel with your hands if it's equal or one is too big. Then now to go to the second row, you can use your eyebrows here, pass the comb through, and then the third row, pass the comb through, and then here for the side, use this part and pass the comb, through. So you do exactly the same thing on this side. So we used this part, it's called what, angled part of your eyebrow. Pass the comb through, and then this last part of the eyebrow, pass the comb through, and then here pass the comb through. You see? So let me just do as I've said. We see if it's a good parting tip, or this is actually good for beginners. And then you also need the clips. So we said the first or the last, let's just say the first, we are using this part of the eye to determine where the row will be. Okay. And always use a mirror instead of a camera, because the phone camera is not always straight. So this is my first row, and I will just do like a big twist to put it aside so that it does not mix with this other part of the hair. The second row, so this was the first, the second row we'll use this part, the end of the eyebrow. Also, if you notice, there's this resistance, tension, spray leave-in. Just spray a little bit of leave-in. Spray leave-in and comb the ends, not the roots, the ends. Water could also help, but water is going to shrink my hair, and I don't want it to shrink because I want to braid it right now. So hence I'm just using the leave-in a little bit, not a lot. So the second row, we are using this last part where my eyebrow ends. And you see, once you put leave-in, there's no more tension or resistance. So I feel like this is too thick. I'm going to reduce it slightly. Okay. Does not look straight, so I'm just fixing it. Okay, so this is row 2. I'm just going to twist loosely, big twist, and put it aside. Hi Tovi, my hair is 4C. Hi Julius. No, it does not have dandruff. Probably it's you're talking about the leave-in, because sorry, it looks white like that after spraying. Is that what you mean by dandruff? So no, I don't have. Okay, so now we are going to part row 3. This is 1, 2, let's do 3 and 3. Now since you've done the end, we are going to do the arc part of my eyebrow. This. Okay, my hair is low porosity, very, it dries up quickly, and it's okay, it's a mix of both. It takes long to absorb water and it dries up quickly, so I would say it's both. Just going to fix this row. The best part about using this rat tail comb, once you've like passed the tail part through your hair, you use this Bristol part to just push it so that you can see if the part is clean or not. So if it's not clean, just go back with the tail part and clean it up. Okay. So this is row 3, and I'm just going to put it in a twist also. So we were going for 5 rows. So this is where we will do the next row. Just using the end of my nose. Why doesn't it look straight? I feel like that's too small. Okay, so I'll just use the beginning of my eyebrow. I'm just going to do 4 rows, because if I do 2 rows here, it's gonna be small. But if I was supposed to do 5 rows, then I would have used this part. So because I'm not doing 4, I'm not doing 5, I'm doing 4. I'll just now go to the middle part. Oops. Just get the corner. Then I'll just do another twist, the last one. This will also help to stretch out my hair and to avoid it mixing. So for this, I was just showing you how you can come up with rows, how you can part your hair when braiding, mini twist, mini braids, cornrows, and you don't know how to part. So this is a method I was showing. So we started with this as the first row, okay? Then the end of the eyebrow, this part, as the second row. Then the arc part of the eyebrow as the third row. And then the bridge of your nose to get the middle part. So I'll do exactly the same thing for this side. Then I will have 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 4, 8 rows. And you're basically done parting the front part. So this was for the person who had asked how to part hair. And that's the trick. That's the beginner friendly trick you can use to part your hair. Hi Toby, you had asked which hairstyle helps to grow hair fast. I think when it comes to hair growth, you should focus more on length retention. Focus more on the health of your hair and the routine. What routine do you use to take care of your hair basically? So do you wash your hair twice a month, once a month, thrice a month, 4 times a month? What works for you? And if it is that twice a month that you've seen your hair loves, your scalp prefers, stick to that routine. Also, in terms of products, if you use this type of product on your hair, stick to it. And also with 4C low porosity hair, it does not like heavy, thick products because it just sits on top of the hair. It takes longer to absorb. So in terms of finding what works for you, look for products that your hair can easily absorb, can accept. It does not create an itchy feeling after applying. If it creates an itchy feeling, immediately stop using it. And also, it does not create roughness, especially with shampoos. There are shampoos that have like citric acid. Shampoo that has citric acid, it's not good for fussy hair. Immediately after you wash, you will feel your texture is very rough, like sand. Okay, so look for shampoos that are moisturizing. They add moisture to your hair, and then you also feel smooth. Your hair feels smooth and easy to comb after washing. Okay, so you need to also look at the products you of the ingredients. Sorry, you need to look at the ingredients of the products you use. Some ingredients do not work well with fussy hair, like the acids, the salts. If a product has so much salts, the carbonates, the sulfates, too much sulfates, like in shampoo and conditioner, it does not work well with fussy. That is my experience. Someone else might say, this shampoo works for me, even though it has citric, it has salt, I prefer it. So that's why I'm also saying, once you find something that works for you, stick to it. For me, the sulfates in shampoo, the salts, the citric acid, especially citric acid, it dries up my hair completely. My scalp turns white when I use a shampoo that has citric acid. Okay, so that is something you also need to look for. So once you've found the product that your hair agrees with, it absorbs easily, it provides moisture, it does not dry it out, and most importantly, it makes the maintenance of your hair easier. So like conditioners are meant to make your hair, they're meant to provide sleep so that it's easy to comb your hair and also to detangle easily. So if the product makes it hard for you to maintain the hair, just leave it alone. But if the product makes it easy for you to to maintain your hair, you see, now you can retain the length and your hair continues to be healthy. And with time, let's say 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, you can now start noticing growth. You start noticing the growth. Don't just focus on, oh, I need this product to grow my hair, I need this hairstyle to grow my hair. Focus on length retention and the health of your hair and scalp. There are some products will just cause dandruff. There are some products that just sit. They will cause you irritation. So focus on those things first before thinking about growth. Once you retain length, then definitely you will see the growth and the thickness also. Something else also you need to remember is when it comes to type 4 fussy hair, you need to be very patient and need to be very gentle. There's nothing like rushing through it, or I want to, let's say for example, I want to comb my hair. I want to leave this house in 2 minutes. So I want to comb my hair very fast. Then I start doing this. I start forcing the comb through my hair. definitely my hair is going to break. And you see now there, I've not retained any length, I've not retained any thickness. Once I'm forcing through it, I'm plucking off strands of hair, and now I have now to recover those strands of hair. So definitely there, I don't know even if there's growth, because now you just keep plucking off hair. So that's why I'm saying you need to be very patient and gentle. So to comb your hair, I have detailed videos, detailed live sessions of how to comb fussy hair that is painless, that is gentle, and that is easy. Okay, so you go check that out, check out that video. So that is part of maintenance. So to maintain your hair, you need to take care of it in ways that maintains the health rather than causing breakage. The things you do to your hair, avoid breakage, avoid leaving it dry. If it stays dry, it breaks. If it is forcing the comb through it, it breaks. If you are doing tight hairstyles, it becomes brittle, it breaks, like it becomes very weak. It's not brittle, it becomes weak, sorry. Becomes weak, it breaks. So you need first to focus on the maintenance part, focus on the routine, focus on the products that work, and then you'll be able to see now the growth in your hair. Also, the hairstyles that you choose, they matter a lot. Not all hairstyles work with 4C. So like me, from experience, like wearing twist outs, doing twist outs, braid outs, those kind of hairstyles, I can only enjoy them for a few hours. But once, like now it's very humid in Kenya, once I start sweating, my hair will just shrink and turn into one giant cotton ball. Okay, so now that hairstyle clearly does not work for me. And then also now I'll have now the hassle to comb it, because now it will be matted. It will just be, it will be like this. It will be so matted. I'll have now the work to comb it, detangle, like it's too much work. So if I'm to do twist outs every day, that will not work for me. It means I'll have to comb my hair every day, and that combing all the time, it's making it weak. So there are hairstyles that work for 4A, 3C hair that may not work for 4C hair. And that's why I keep saying, find what works for you, stick to it. For me, mini braids. I do mini braids, I leave my hair alone. 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 40 days, 60 days, I don't comb, I don't brush it. The only thing I do is oil and leave-in conditioner. Then because that is just one hairstyle, I keep alternating. I can do headband wigs, I can do closure wigs, braided wigs, if I get tired of the mini braids. Okay, but things like twist outs, braid outs, those are things that I would only enjoy for a few hours. It's not a style that I would regularly do. I just do once in a while. Same with bands, ponytails. It's something that I do once in a while. Then after, wash my hair, do mini braids. Okay, so part of the hairstyle, it's maintenance. Find the hairstyles that work for you, stick to it. If it is mini braids, also mini twists, I don't know if I have a feeling if I do mini twists, it will be hard for me to undo them. It will cause my hair to sort of start locking. So I've not yet done mini twist on my hair, though I've done on my knees, and I have the video on my channel. It has worked for her so well. And also we did the same thing last year. So during the long school break, I do mini twist for her because it's 2 months out of school. So she can play, she can do whatever with the mini twist, and we don't have to keep doing her hair every 3 weeks. So for those 2 months, she just stays with the mini twist. Another style that worked for me was locks. I did locks. I first did mini braids and then I wrapped the locks around my hair, which lasted 8 weeks. I have the video on my channel too. Crochet braids, they also work so well on me. I'm thinking about other hairstyles. Mostly just braids, just the mini braids, the locks, and wigs. That's what I do most of the time. If I do like synthetic braids, they only last about 3 weeks. I have to remove them. They don't last that long. Okay. So I'm just answering the questions that had been asked before. Can you do a 360? I'm assuming you mean hair. 360 of the hair. This part is like this because I was showing someone how to part. They had asked me how to part hair. Hi Darcy, welcome to the live. What don't you do? Like, I don't like doing chunky braids because they won't last. The most they will last is a week. Then I will still be back to undoing, washing it. It's just a lot of work. So I prefer to do hairstyles that also make it easy for me, and also it's the hairstyles that do not put me in a position of hating my hair. I like doing hairstyles that will make me not touch my hair all the time. Do a hairstyle that lasts longer and just not touch my hair for the next 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. So if I do the large braids, large twists, the most they will last is even 3 days, and they start to unravel, they look off. Then now I'm sort of disappointed, I'm sad. Then I start undoing, then I braid again, then I'm regretting it. So I prefer to do hairstyles that last long. So if I'm doing braids, mini braids. If I'm doing twists, the mini twist, no, on my knees, not for myself, because now they last longer. Okay. And someone said, do you do mini streets instead of mini streets? Do you mean like um flat twists? Is that what you mean by mini streets? I'm not sure what you mean. Mini streets, or do you mean cornrows instead of, what are mini streets? Let me just Google quickly. I don't think I understand what mini streets are, but let me just check. As for the 360, I don't know, maybe do you want me to remove the hair ties? Because I was explaining something, hence the hair ties. Just do a mini straights. I don't think there's something like mini straights. Or do you mean like mini cornrows, like small cornrows, and then at the back mini braids? I think that's what you mean. But I've also done that hairstyle a lot, and it's on my channel. I've done a live session of that. It's on my channel actually. Okay. Someone said, do you have any tips for dry hair? So for dry hair, you need moisturizing products, and for me, I prefer to always use a leave-in. This is quite it's not so thick, it's light. See, it's like water, but it has the properties of a conditioner. So if, let's say for example, this leave-in was thick, it was heavy, I would have mixed it with water, then I spray it on my hair. Otherwise, my hair will not absorb it, it will just sit on top of it. Then it will cause flakes, the whitish stuff on my hair. So it's either I use a very light leave-in conditioner or a mix of water plus leave-in conditioner, not the conditioner for washing, leave-in conditioner. Then after that, I always apply oil. For the oil that I use a mix of olive, coconut, and black castor oil. That is what works for me right now. That's what I prefer, and that's what my scalp agrees with. It's not thick, it's not heavy, it's easy for my hair to and scalp to absorb it. So that's why I prefer only those three oils. So after leave-in and oil, my hair does not dry out. So I would recommend that you try getting a leave-in conditioner. If you have type 4 hair, I would recommend you get the As I Am leave-in conditioner. It's very good. I've used it for almost 2 years. If you've been here on my channel, you've mostly seen me using it most of the time. And then I recently started using the Mizani Miracle Milk. This is also a good product for type 4 hair. It's also good for type 3 hair. So it will help with the dryness. And I've also used Tropical Isle. Let me just bring it. I've also used this. It's Tropical Isle Batana Leave-In Mist. This is also a good leave-in spray, leave-in conditioner. So I would recommend always use leave-in conditioner, leave-in spray. And then also after shampooing, always use conditioner. Always apply conditioner on your hair, then rinse it out. And it's not just any conditioner, moisturizing conditioner. By moisturizing, I mean the main ingredients are water. Like, it's not just other things. It's moisturizing in a way that when you even apply it, you can feel it. But when you apply and you feel the texture is like sandy, that's not a moisturizing product. Leave it alone, put it aside, and get a moisturizing product. So basically, that's what I can recommend in terms of dryness. And also drink a lot of water. Your diet also affects the health of your hair. And if it's extreme dryness, go see a specialist. There may be something else you're allergic to. There may be a product that is reacting badly on your scalp. Definitely go see a specialist if all these other things don't seem to work, and if it's an extreme case. Okay. Hi Kayo, welcome to the live. This live was me just showing you how to twist, and then it took a different turn. So I started by doing how to twist, a twisting tutorial. Okay. Hi, Mona Lisa. So this is twisting loosely and this is twisting tightly, like the Senegalese twist. So this is how I started the live, and then someone asked how to part hair, and I showed them how to part using their physical features like your face. So for the first row we started with here, okay, then the second row at the arc of my eyebrow, and then the third row we went like here, and this final row we used the bridge of my nose, which also gives us the middle part. Okay, then someone else asked about hair growth, and I mentioned that you need to focus first on retention and focus on having a healthy hair routine. Once you have a good routine, a good maintenance routine, a good maintenance of your hair, that's when you'll be able to see growth. But you can't focus on growth if the retention part is missing. So, and then also someone asked about dryness. I'm guessing that's when you had just joined and I explained. And yeah, that is all. I think I've answered all the questions. So in case you've just joined and you've missed a lot, I'm going to save this live on my channel and you can come back and watch it. So subscribe to my channel, then just come back. I'm saving this live as a video under live videos on my channel. And also there are braiding, twisting, parting, locks, crochet braids, wig making, makeup, pedicure, manicure, all those tutorials, all those live sessions are on my channel. So do check them out. If there's something I've mentioned that is your interest, or maybe you had asked on this live, also go check them out. So thanks a lot for keeping me company. I'll see you on my next live. My next live will possibly be a makeup. I've not done a makeup session in December. I think it's the end year fatigue. But I will definitely try to do makeup session next. So thanks a lot for keeping me company. Have a good day. Have a good evening. Happy holidays. I hope you are enjoying your December holidays, and just have a good day overall. So thanks a lot. I'll see you on my next live. Okay.